So you guys are I guess we're focusing on post-traumatic growth, but I think the serving the community bit you guys are talking about kind of relates to a common theme that we have, is just kind of finding a purpose. I think that if you can find different ways to either serve the community or help veterans, it can help you find a different purpose, or just really fulfill a purpose if you're having a lull or there's a gap in your life. If you're missing something, you're looking for something. Doing that, it's selfless, kind of like protecting personnel, protecting property. It's the same way that works. Help other people that are in need. That's a good thing. I think that's what most of us here are after. Recently, this year, I had a friend, and his name isn't Jack, but I'll call him Jack. And he was part of a drawdown, and he had come home with some experiences that he was not prepared for. And this person had been in the military for over 2 decades, and he had been deployed multiple times, but he had not experienced the things in the past that he experienced on this deployment. So his wife called me and was like, Jack really needs some help. So it's been kind of a longer road getting him some help. But I've been re-engaging with him over the last 6 months, and he's finally getting some therapy and talking to the right people, and he's actually becoming a little bit more open with it, which I'm not a psychiatrist, but in my experience, I think that's progress. But for me, it was a good thing for me to be part of, because that kind of bolstered me up a little bit. It's like, this guy needed help, and I was actually able to be part of getting him the help. But on the post-traumatic growth side, he experienced things that he hadn't experienced before. So going back to the definitions that Brad had given us, he probably experienced some violence. He probably experienced some trauma based on some of the things that he told me. But post-traumatic growth versus resiliency, resiliency is just your ability to bounce back and recover. He's kind of in the growth phase where he had never experienced any of this stuff, so he doesn't really know how to bounce back. But seems like he's on the right path at this point. So it's really cool to be part of. And he's called me a few times and actually just finally asked for help. And I have been offering my help to him for months, weeks. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to help you. He's like, yeah, I know. It's like, I understand the process. So when you figure out, whatever it is you want to do, whatever you think you're ready for, I'll be there. He finally called me one day, and I was able to help him, which was great for me, but even more important for him, because he needed the help. I said, he's like, how did you get that, how did you get that information, for me so fast? And I was like, I told you, man, I had been doing some of this stuff before, and I can help you, and I'll break my back for you if you really need the help. He's like, it's crazy. I can't believe you got that done. I was like, it's silly. Sometimes when you ask the right people for help, you actually get it. So I really appreciated him letting me be a part of that. That was great for me, but even more important for him to make those strides. And I think he's in that phase now where he's growing. So I am I don't want to say excited, but I feel fortunate to be able to be part of that process.
That's awesome.
And also, just a plug for PTG is it's not only a process, growth is not only a process, it's also an outcome too. So it doesn't mean that you're going to achieve it one day and, like Dan was saying, and be good and that's it. I'm there. It's going to be kind of a constant struggle. And, just kind of a plug for the tagline that Josh Goldberg will espouse too. an outcome and a process. Way to think about it like that.
I agree.
And it's one of the big notes that I took from that too is he asked for help, right? That's I think an important takeaway to remember is growth isn't a solo individual sport, right? Like it's a team sport. You need a team, and it's important to recognize that. And you should never feel bad about that either. Like that's a good thing, because that means you're a team player, and it goes back to the whole sense of community and belonging, and it's okay to ask for help in how you grow, right? And it's okay to accept that you're gonna struggle, right? I mean, everybody struggle is unavoidable. Like difficult times in life are unavoidable. It's gonna happen. And trying to pretend like every single day and every single year of your life is all roses and sunshine, that's a bunch of BS. Like it's a lot of struggle and a lot of trauma to get to where everybody is, and hopefully less trauma than not every day, but it gets us to where we are is getting stronger because of it, right? Not trying to avoid it. So just a little 2 pennies I got to add to that.